Guys, I think we should do this. We're here.
Okay.
Okay.
This is our first interview of the Toronto International Film Festival 2018, guys.
Oh wow, that's very
Is this
exciting.
your first as well?
No.
Okay, never
But
mind.
it's first on camera.
You just brought it all the way down.
That one. You're the first one.
Okay, I'll take it. It's good to see you both. Congratulations on the new film. The new film is Greta from the great director Neil Jordan. Always a fan of his. This one's a lot of fun. I saw this last night. I was just saying to Chloe, like, it kind of started my Toronto experience, I think, in the right way because it's a good time.
I'm happy to hear.
How did this read for you when you read it? What are you told before you read the script, and are you surprised by kind of the twists and turns it took?
Yeah, I mean, it felt very nostalgic. I think what comes through in the movie is the fact that it's something that you are inherently, I think, you understand the story and you feel comfortable watching it, but it kind of subverts what you would imagine it being, which would usually be Isabelle Huppert's character would be a man.
Right.
But having her in the lead and her being kind of the villainous psychopath made it cooler.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's really an all-female cast. It's like a
Totally.
fun in on it.
Yeah, and it definitely, like, watching it, and I think this is a good thing, it recalls, yes, the Fatal Attractions, the single white females,
Right,
and
yeah.
like I feel like every
Basic instinct.
yeah, and every 10 years you kind of like need that. Every generation needs that, and that feels like this.
We hit that on the
You
head.
did it. You did it.
That's
And,
good.
Thank God.
and having Isabelle, no less than Isabelle Huppert, as the
Obvious.
Oh yeah.
psychopath.
Does it get better than that?
No.
I
Genius.
don't know.
She's brilliant.
What's it like to watch her do her thing? You've worked with some amazing female actors, but she's kind of in a class by herself, I would say. Yes? No?
Yes.
Yeah, most
Think
definitely.
so.
I most definitely. I think she's an icon.
Yeah.
But also I think I don't know, she's so free. It's really wonderful to see someone who is very uninhibited, and she'll take paths and scenes where I just did not expect that to come out of her. And it's a real dance that we do on set with her.
Did
She's
you
cool.
did you know? Were you with the audience last night? Did you see it with an audience?
We did not watch
Okay.
with the audience.
The audience.
How
enjoyed
was the
it.
audience?
The audience loved it. And I'm just curious because, like, are you excited to sort of see? Because this is an audience film,
Yes.
Definitely, yes.
right? This is the kind of film where you're like, don't do that. Like, you talk to the screen. You
Stop.
laugh. Yeah, exactly.
Put the purse down.
Totally. Well, let's talk about your characters. You play friends, roommates in this.
Yes, we do.
You're laughing at me already. Okay. So, did you know each other prior to this? What's the
Yes,
background?
we worked together. God, 4 years ago now. Is it?
Longer?
Oh my
5
God,
years ago, no?
no.
Yeah, no, I was 17.
Oh my gosh, so long ago.
Baby child.
But yeah, we were good friends, so I feel like that's always helpful,
Yeah.
knowing a person before going into it. And yeah, we had a lot of fun with it. Neil gave us a lot of freedom to kind of bring our own chemistry into it. So it was really fun.
How would you two exist as actual roommates, you think, in real life? Do you think that
I'm
would work?
super messy.
feel
And
like
she's
we would
pretty
do
put
okay.
together. So
it
that
might-
would be an
it might-
issue.
it might-
But I think it'd be fine.
Maybe.
I feel like we'd be fine.
Wait, are you saying
Maybe.
about yourself? Or
Whoa.
what are you...
Like, shots fired. Like,
Jeez.
whatever, never mind, dude.
No, I think we'd be good roommates.
What's the hardest thing about living with you? You say the messiness? Is the messiness? Is it...
I mean, I don't know. I think we're both pretty easy going.
I don't know.
I don't know. We've
I
stayed
feel like-
together before. And
Oh
it's
yeah,
gone down well.
we'll be fine. We'd be
It'd
fine.
be okay.
I feel like you're saying that, but underneath that, you're
I think we're
like,
trying to
there's a lot-
convince ourselves.
We're really
that
trying to
wouldn't be
convince
bad.
ourselves. No, it's
I
gonna
don't
be
think
great.
It
It would be
bad.
great.
I think that we would just, I would be very, very messy. I'm already thinking about it, and she'd be stressed out over it. I could just see it.
Why are you so messy? What, I mean, what's going on?
My bags, when I open my bags, they explode.
She has so many bags. You should see her room right now, and it's clothes everywhere.
And like hair extensions and like weird things.
My clothes are hanging in my closet.
Right, like a human being.
Like
an
a
adult
normal
human being.
person
Yeah,
does.
Cool
Yes.
too. Yeah, it's cool to be organized, guys.
You're an iconoclast. You're your own thing.
I'm
You're
like a
unique.
real thespian.
You're an
you know?
artist.
I can't have anything just, to bind me.
You can't be constricted by hangers
I
and
can't
closets.
be restricted. God. I don't conform to the system, Micah.
That's
so.
a beautiful
Good
thing.
for you.
So the film is also okay. So keeping it on track.
Let's
keeping it
get
on track,
back.
on
Let's go
track,
back
on
around.
track.
Get back on track
Okay.
from that is shocking.
Don't worry. It's kind of okay. So it's kind of a serious subject matter that's treated in a fun way. I mean, it's like
Yes.
it's basically about stalking. Like there's a stalker here, and not to go too serious, but like you guys have experienced probably extreme fans and that kind of thing.
You've had problems.
problems,
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you ever adjust to that or deal with that? It's not something anyone should have to deal with, but what's the learning curve on that?
I mean, you can't really.
Yeah.
I'm lucky. I have 4 older brothers, and I live with my brother, so I feel like I have a built-in bodyguard almost always. That makes me feel very safe. But I don't know. I mean, I think you just kind of get used to having your private life and containing your private life,
Right.
right?
I don't have that problem. I'm doing just fine.
I don't have that problem.
I'm yeah.
All
But
good.
it seems like a scary thing to have a stalker. I wouldn't like that.
I don't know. It seems crazy. I wouldn't want it.
Just watch. Isabel might be after you next.
She could be.
Hopefully.
Who else are there? I mean, do you think about like actors like kind of on the bucket list, like in her class of like people that you'd like to learn from, you'd like to just sit opposite or work opposite and glean something from, particularly female actors that are kind of on the list, or do you not think that way?
I mean, yeah, I think so. I think there's, I've put kind of Isabel and Meryl Streep in a similar category of like
Right.
the greats.
careers,
Yeah. So I mean, obviously that would be a dream.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What about for you? Anyone, or is it? I mean, you've already.
Yeah, you kind of
You're knocking them off the list one at a time pretty easily.
really going down that list, trying my best. Yeah, I think that, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like the most wonderful experience most wonderful experiences I've had have been working with these female actresses who have become my mentors in a lot of ways. Like I got to work with Julianne Moore, who I would say Julianne and Isabel are 2 people in my life that are actually really, really constructive. They give me really beautiful constructive criticism and have helped me through some decisions where I feel like I don't think I would have been able to come to my own conclusion
Right.
on certain things. And Isabel really, I don't know, she really took me in as a friend. And not just as a mentor. And the way she mentors is by asking questions and having like a really beautiful open dialogue, and it never feels like she's preaching to you. Which is just, I think a great learning curve to be able to watch someone like that and just see the way they are.
Yeah. I want to mention one thing, because I don't think we've ever had a chance to talk about your great film this year, Miseducation of Cameron Post,
Yeah,
which was
thank you.
fantastic. I got a chance to see it back in Sundance, and for those that haven't seen it, they should still seek it out. I mean, I'm sure, are you curious also, I mean, we also have this film that I'm about to see here at Toronto International Film Festival, Boy Erased, which is also dealing with gay conversion therapy. Are you just like, is that piqued your curiosity, just see a different take on this subject that has not really been dealt with much in film at all prior to?
Well, I know that, I think it's interesting. I have 2 gay brothers in my family, so I've always been an advocate for the LGBT community, and I've always known a lot of facets within the community, but I found it really shocking for me, at least, being so, indebted to like being in the community so deeply, that I was unaware of the prevalence and the modernity of the issue of conversion therapy in America. So, the more we can get the story out there and the more we can just get people to even be knowledgeable as to what's happening, especially under this administration, with Mike Pence being an open advocate for conversion therapy in America. It's important that we try and get as many stories out there and just, start the conversation. But yeah, no, I mean, I think it's interesting that both these movies were made unbeknownst to each other.
Right.
We were unaware that we were making the same idea.
Sure. You were saying when you came pretty much straight from Venice, where another one of my most anticipated films this year, Suspiria. So this is Luca Guadagnino. It sounds batshit crazy in the best possible
so
way. Dakota has said I think she had to go like into therapy afterwards.
Yeah.
Did you need similar kind of help after Suspiria?
Did I need help? Yeah.
More than usual, I
To
mean.
get the demons out
Yeah,
of me.
exactly.
An exorcism I needed.
Yeah.
I needed a few exorcisms. Yeah, no, I mean, I was only there for a little bit of time. They were there for longer. But I think it was really the fact that we were filming at the top of this mountain. We were, I think, 10,000 feet up.
Germany, Berlin.
We were in Varese, Italy, which is northern Italy, which is on the, I mean, it's pretty much Germany in a lot of ways, yeah. But we had to drive 50 minutes up this mountain, to the top of this mountain to film at this dilapidated hotel that hasn't been touched since like 1924. And they have all these antennas on the top of the hotel, and there was literally electricity being pumped through the hotel. So when you would walk in, the hair on your arms would stand up. So in general, like the feeling on set was weird.
Scared.
But then people started getting really hurt. Like there's this scene where Mia Goth snaps her bone right here, and it like comes out of her leg, and in the room of holes or whatever. And the first AD was going through the room of holes, and he fell in the exact place where she's supposed to fall and snapped his leg. And it was like, everyone was like, oh my God, we gotta go home. Like everyone was like, things are bad. Things are really bad. So people were like getting hurt.
Oh, sounds
we were all
fun,
waking
yeah.
up at weird hours.
Glamorous movie making guys. Get into it, maybe break a
I
leg.
should have had an exorcism, honestly.
It's not too late.
Get out.
Micah, I'm endlessly fascinated by Honey Boy, which is a film I think you've completed shooting by
Yes,
by
we
now.
have, yes.
I go way back with Shia. I'm obsessed with Shia.
He's
the best.
amazing.
He's amazing.
Yeah, yes.
So this is a story that's kind of loosely based on his life.
Yeah.
You're acting, I think, with him and with.
I play mostly with Lucas Hedges.
So Lucas, who's
yes.
playing the Shia substitute.
Playing Shia, yes.
Okay, so I don't even.
Shia's playing his dad.
So I don't even know what the question is, except explain this to me. What was it like? What's the?
It was. I mean, I think Shia is so incredibly talented, and I remember reading the script, and it's incredible, and like learning about his life and his childhood. But one of the coolest parts was playing this real girl in his life and being able to talk to him and who this girl was to him, and that was. An interesting process, and
How intense on the Shia meter was Shia throughout the process of this?
Actually, I mean, I feel like a lot of people were like, "Oh my gosh, what?" And he was like so lovely.
Yeah.
He had to do hair and makeup for like 6 hours a day to get the old age. Yeah, and so we'd be always in the trailer just hanging out and talking, and he's so incredibly lovely.